in arenas when you can roll your role, especially tank or healer, and do just almost as much damage
Almost
as
as much
DPS.
damage, right?
Because
Well,
people are
without-
rolling in. People are rolling in with DPS gear anyways
But
as a
no,
tank or a
we got to
healer.
bring the honor back to PvP.
Yeah, now I guess, according to some people, you're not allowed to run rolls because it's being dishonorable. Like those two people, like honorable and that person should ever
Oh, fuck
be
that.
mentioned in the same sentence. But anyway,
You mean that lunatic who stalks people?
yeah,
Because
pretty
open
much.
world PvP with 3 or 4 guys
you
really
didn't.
proves
Hey,
some
you
skill.
didn't say it right. You know, the crazy fucking homosexual that fucking ducks everybody else fucking while he fucking runs after the dude doing PvE content.
Damn, you hate him.
We're just
I thought
haters.
we thought we decided we were going to let the
Super ducking
community
ass
figure out
shit.
on themselves that Super Snitch and Nimbus were life partners. I thought we were going to let them figure that out.
They
Oh,
lived together, didn't they?
you just can't be haters, man. I mean, you can't, you can't have a different opinion about something. You're a hater. You know
I'm
how
so
it is.
sick of Nimbus Yosh's mouth. Thank God I haven't been watching any fucking DC shit.
Oh,
He
you
is
mean
such a
Wimplow? That
fucking
thing still
stupid
follows him.
idiot.
That
What's
Wimplow
wrong
name
with
I
that
gave him
guy?
still follows him.
So, with this new update, everyone's equal.
But now,
Everyone's the guy.
Well, I meant damage
Kinda,
wise.
besides, Ice Tank Shield, Rage Move, all that good stuff.
People are saying the stream is kind of laggy. Yeah, I do.
Ice tank shields are getting nerfed.
Man, that ain't-
Again? I remember when they used to be invulnerable at the beginning of the game for PvP.
I
Yeah, it
don't.
was
I
all
just
about-
don't see. Is it too much of a hassle to put a group together with a heal, tank, troll, and a DPS like back in the day, where everyone had their own role and
Back
each
in the
role
day,
had
it
its
was
job?
good. Yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
the fuck
Well,
is
no,
what's wrong
this,
with that?
this is the fundamental problem that everybody keeps running into is when you're building content like they do, because they only got like 30 levels, they're not expanding their level cap. They're saying, well, we can't expand the level cap. That's perfectly fine. But when you do that, only thing you can do with your enemies is make their health higher and them hit harder, so that people have to get more gear. But once they get a certain amount of gear, they're making their gear rating, like tier 6 and stuff, is rated for like 2 or 3 levels harder than what it should be rated for. They should be like it should be like 1 or 2 points at most when you do a tier upgrade, because otherwise you're just ending up putting yourself in the same situation you always are, where like your enemies are getting a lot more health, but they're not doing enough damage to kill the person, and now you don't need a healer to do it because you have like four DPSs
Well,
that are stacked to
Well,
hell.
well,
problem
I'm gonna
started
counter that a little,
back-
Ninja.
The problem started back with tier 5 because it was such a jump in stats.
Right.
Why did they have that huge gap? Why was
I
it
just
like
want to point this out that the only reason you don't use healers in T6 right now is they made the stupid notion of that roll buff and the fact that there's so many healing crystals in there that heal you with such huge ass healing ticks that makes healers obsolete. They designed that alert.
that, and then accomplices and supply drops?
Right.
It kind of made healers, tanks, and
Yeah, but
trolls
that's
almost
not-
obsolete.
Just overblown stats.
I mean, that's not really that big of a deal, though. Like I said, it's alert. I mean, that doesn't bug me there. Once it comes to a raid, they'll be right back
Yeah,
in.
but think of it this way, Puppet. With reduced power cost and everyone using weapon mastery, and now with the other powers getting power regeneration
You won't
back,
need controllers.
moves a certain way.
That's because they all
Controllers
found
are down
out,
to 1. It's
that's
1
'cause they all
tank,
found out
1
Kaiser
healer,
was
1
fucking
troller,
rubbing
5
lotion on
DPS
dudes.
for the raids.
They
5
found out
DPS
you were
for
rubbing
raids,
lotion
man.
on dudes in fucking Final Fantasy. They knew it was going to be controllers, so they had to buff power, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Apparently, you didn't see the Valentine content when it first came out, Puppet. But anyway.
No.
No.
That's,
Don't even go there with that
That's
content.
why they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Did Max get his hands on that or something? Because that was gay.
That was
So sad. The things that DC does, like everyone complained on the forums. Oh, I'm a controller and I have to give people power. Oh.
Yeah, it's like,
And now,
really?
what the fuck, man? Nobody I ever play with ever has a fucking problem. And I go on the forums and you say, none of the people I play with ever have a problem. The trolls that I run with like when we use a lot of power because they like to fucking, like, it's a challenge.
It gives
for
them
to keep
something to
up with
do.
us. It gives them
I mean,
something
back
to
when
do.
I was
Yeah.
trolling, do I want to go to sleep? Do I want to fucking go to sleep? If I want to go to sleep, I'll go to bed. Do I want to just sit there and fucking not do nothing? I mean, who gives a fuck? Just
No,
throw
no.
power.
Here's what the
Just
controller
doing the
role has become with all these updates. The controller role is no more given power. The controller role is where subpar DPS hide, so they can still put out damage, but they don't get judged when they can't top the scorecard.
Oh,
It's for crappy DPS to hide behind now.
I know a tank like that.
I
He's a
wish
fucking
the game.
ice tank, and he rocks like half DPS gear. And he's like, "Oh, I outdamaged this DPS and tank stance." Well, bitch, if you DPS'd, you would get shit on. So that's why you DPS and tank stance, and once in a while you beat a pug DPS, and then you talk shit
And
on
then
him.
you talk mad shit.
I
Right,
hate
exactly.
those people. I fucking
You
hate
know
that
what?
guy.
DC had it in a bag. When Batcave 1 and 2, those days, that's the perfect DCUO.
That was good, DC. I know I agree
That
with you
was
100%. They need to get back to what made the game unique, what
That
made the
and
game
when-
work.
That and when FOS 2 was hard as shit.
That was nice. That was nice as well. And now things have just, I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking
well-
about? Talk about human hater. Hey, we gonna go into the walls,
Well,
bro.
it's
And then-
like,
and
yeah,
then-
we did that. Everyone
And
did
then
that
before
at first, 'cause
before they
that's the
nerfed
point.
Nexus and Paradox Wave,
Yeah.
those are
I
pretty
can't even
difficult
believe
as
they
well.
nerfed
You
them.
know, those don't need nerfs. You know, I hate to harp on Final Fantasy because I play it a lot now, but two things could save DCO big time right here.
Level scale.
Level syncing and duty roulettes. Like daily roulettes and level syncing would make all the
Don't
content
forget
playable.
What do you
again.
mean roulettes?
Don't forget Party Finder.
Okay, the way
Party
Final Fantasy
Finder,
works is like it item syncs you. Like if you're level 50 but you go back to do a level 20 dungeon, all your stats go back to like you were level 20. Like you can't overpower the early dungeons. Makes the old content still relevant. And what a roulette is, like say they did that. So like say Owen Science Cells, if you went into it, your gear was synced back to like item
Tier
level
2 or
70,
tier
the
3.
max.
Yeah.
It would be something like, but if you do,
But why would you go back? That's the thing. You don't
Here's-
want to
here's
go back.
what the roulette's good.
Like
here's the
it
answer.
makes the content useful. Like you can
If
still
you-
play the content without having. Oh well, this is kind of useless now. I don't want to play this content anymore.
Yeah,
Hold on,
level-
let
I'll
me
get the
finish
top
then,
tier
Jay.
mark
Level
for doing this
scale-
roulette. It randomly puts me.
The reward is if you do like a daily T2 alert, like it picks a T2 alert at random and you queue randomly for it, it gives you 5 marks of fury.
That would be beautiful. But it level scales you. You just
But
can't
it
go
level
in there.
scales you down.
You have to have the rolls.
That would make all the
level
old
scales
content
you.
playable. People could play the old content. The game would open up.
Yeah, that's
uh,
a good
Does make
idea.
stuff
But see, the
boring.
problem if you
it's
level
boring.
scale it, though, then everybody will quit like fucking Origin Crisis.
Why? Because they can't beat it.
Because
Why?
they'll be
Yeah,
fucking,
because the
they'll
game
be
is-
doing a tier 1
Why?
challenge.
Because the game is
fucking-
challenging again.
Yeah, they'll be doing
They're
a
gonna
tier
quit.
1
I don't want to go
challenge
back
and
to
fucking-
Grod.
Yeah, they'll be mad as fuck. The fuck? I just got one shot
Puppet,
by
let's
motherfucking
be honest,
Flash.
Puppet. Half the people in this game went from tier 1 to tier 5 in a day. And I bet if you took 70% of this game's population right now and you put them in tier 2 gear and put them in inner tier 2, they could not beat it.
Oh my
Probably.
god,
Go
no
away in
way.
hell.
Inner
You're
tier
probably
2
right.
was beast, or FOS is when they fucking
Or
first came
FOS
out.
2 or something they could not
Well-
do at tier. Those
Well, right now
dungeons.
people are having trouble getting past certain tiers if they're not being carried now. Because remember, you can't do walk-ins anymore.
Lol.
So everyone's asking
Oh,
for like
but-
tier 6 people to run them for inners and stuff
Vagrant,
like
they'll
that.
change it. Just wait. Don't get comfortable with that. In 2 months, they'll change it back. They can't make their minds up. I mean, that's the thing
Well-
about. That's what's killing the game.
Yeah,
They've been trying to make it to where people can't skip content for a while now with like loot locks, and if you go in, if you
But
because
they've already broke that way of doing it, dude. By the way they designed their game.
Enough
I
people.
don't,
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I'm
Because
starting-
there's no reason for like a high level person that's in tier 6 to really go back there unless they want to do it for fun.
Well, how does what they're doing even make sense? They've done all this stuff to make casuals try to compete, and now their game is losing subscribers and they're losing ground, and now they're going to make it hard for new players to even get started. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're
If half the
clueless.
game-
It's
I think the big
It's time for a
problem
new
with the game-
development team.
I think the problem with the game
I
is the
totally
four people that fucking worked there didn't have to have a math class. They didn't have to have a math class to get their fucking degree. So they're like, well, we're gonna balance this out. hey, Meps, come over here. Help me with this fraction. What's 3/4 of 12?
Well, you know that they rotate who takes the garbage out of the office. Like at the end of the day, like per week.
Oh,
So I mean,
hey,
it cuts
I know
down
you
on their
guys-
development time because
I know you guys haven't been watching FNLs or something, but I was bored Friday, so I kicked it on.
You must have been really bored
yeah,
if you're watching
I
Friday Night
watched
Legends.
I watched the replay because I wanted to see if Game Update 38 was coming out and stuff too. And so I watched it, and I'm sitting there, and I swear there was some homosexual shit going on between Meps and Spittle. And then I think Spittle was getting a hard on for Super Patriot. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh, bless them.
I was like, what? They're like, come on, Super Bro.
Must
Come on,
be love.
Super Bro.
Did Spittle lose his eyesight or something? Then I mean,
no.
what?
I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I almost turned the channel.
Was Super Patriot under the table? Was he giving them both,
He must be.
I mean, I know the guy hadn't been laid since the Clinton administration, but I mean, come on. I mean, let's give the guy a break.
Knock him off, innit?
Anyway.
The changes they make are just sad. Like they're
I
nerfing
just-
precision buffs now. Precision
Well,
buffs
that
are
kind of makes
the
sense because
problem.
that'll hurt weapon mastery, and it'll also make it
Well,
to
then
where
they
you
shouldn't have
can't
done that to
stack.
start with, though. They should have
Well-
buffed the might buffs
Well, here,
instead of...
what was hilarious is if you were Rage, you already had 2 precision buffs that could stack. Then you had, if you had a Celestial in the party and a Nature in the party, that was 4 precision buffs that all stack. You could
They
hit
don't
like
stack.
freaking 10.
No.
Yep,
Right.
they did.
Anoint don't.
You
Are you
know,
sure?
Anoint
They-
didn't stack, I don't think.
Anoint-
No, it didn't stack.
Anoint
You canceled
doesn't
that one
stack
up there,
with-
Rage.
No,
Yeah, are you
ferocity. If somebody
we
pops
tried it.
anoint,
none
somebody pops anoint,
none of
and
them stacked. I checked before.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think any of that stacked, Vagrant.
Yeah, only if they pop anoint and then you pop a ferocity, that'll stack.
Ferocity stacked.
Yeah.
But anoint and bloodlust they won't stack. So if you're using bloodlust and ferocity, you're pretty much just stacking the max you could anyway.
Ferocity is only good for 2 whole triangles, though,
Yeah.
probably. So
That's only
short.
good for
But the thing is, you're saying precision buffs are going to hurt weapon mastery for those powers. But precision buffs aren't the problem. The damage weapon mastery does is the problem. Precision buffs were never, ever a problem. Like, I never got beat and said, oh my god, that guy has a precision buff. That's why he beat me. Never was that the fucking case. The case is that weapon mastery does too much damage. Weapon mastery should not be hitting for fucking 10,000.
Especially compared to
On top
the
of
scale
two
of the
others, on
health
top
of the
a
players.
2,000.
Yeah, and it's not
15,000 damage, easy, with the fucking weapon mastery combo, and that shouldn't be it. That overshadows every fucking power,
Yeah.
like mass
And-
stat,
and-
fire
in
burst, PvP.
PvP, if you get a weapon mastery combo out, you can nearly one-shot someone.
Yeah, you one-shot a healer. It's not even, there's no skill there.
Follow through with the other part of the combo, you could fucking put them to sleep.
Yeah, I've seen DPSs one-shot healers. That should never happen in a
Weapon
PvP
not-
match.
and it's
Weapon
not even
attacks
that.
should
Doesn't-
not do more damage than powers.
Right.
That's my
not-
opinion.
It's not balanced between weapons either. So I mean, I made that video where I was just fucking around with Rage, used 3 powers in a supply drop.
I
and
saw that video.
using
Yeah.
hand blasters and the tap. It's hold tap hold. The tap to solar flame hit for 15,000, and the fucking explosive shot hit for
32,000?
32,000.
Yeah, that was
That's
crazy.
what 46,000 in fucking a second.
And what's
And
the
then they
max
nerf-
health? Like, and
they
what's
nerf
what's the
arrow
average
thing.
health of a player?
In full PvP gear,
Yeah,
isn't it like 10 to 15?
Yeah, 10 to 15,000. Yeah, that's just that is so crazy. And they wonder why people don't like PvP. I mean,
and
and
you
here's
know
the
what?
thing: they'll change
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh, we got a new follower, JKid00.
What the fuck is that doing?
Double
Like,
zero.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Super
know.
Patriot making Meps come.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, SP. That's it, baby. No,
Oh
anyway,
no.
Super girl.
I kid the guy, man. I
that's fucking
joke with the guy.
ridiculous.
You know how it is. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, Galaxy said about 13,000 health average. That sounds about right in the full PvP rig. That's not going to stand up to weapon mastery combo. That's not right, man. It's just that's Warframe PvP, where
Have
you
to
just
remember,
one-shot
get
a dude, you're done.
But the thing about Warframe PvP isn't like a major part of the game. Where
Right,
like
exactly.
DC's is.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, that's a good point.
weapon combos should never exceed the damage that powers do, in my opinion.
I agree with you 100%.
Because then you're not even using the powers in your power set
Right.
anymore.
Do you want
Well,
a good
wait. Because let's just remember, they're gonna start handing us loadouts to use soon with their advanced
When?
mechanics. So
Yeah, they just make you
Wait,
use
I thought they were
loadouts now.
dubbing that awesome mechanic.
Dumping it on the fucking player
Isn't
base.
that what?
Oh wait,
Spinoff-
smile. Have you seen that? My electricity and nature advanced mechanics.
Explain it, Vader.
Oh
to
my!
the people that haven't.
This will make you
Retarded.
go like. Remember how you said that you think that DCO is a little drunk right now?
Oh,
Drunk.
Oh my God! You would think that they're high slash
no, man,
drunk
high
and
people
with
don't
all
make
of this.
decisions like that.
What, do you do a video on it?
I did. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you know how like Light has like combos and Rage has their combos
Yeah.
and shit like that. They're going back and trying to add little things like that for every single power. So Nature's and Electricities is they're trying to make it to where you can set up your dots easier. But the problem is like you have to have out of your 6 power loadout, you have to use 5 powers that all have like a synergy with each other that'll give you power back. So there's no room for freedom except for Nature. If you have like Wolf Form as your 6th power, then you can have a different loadout.
Why would
Yeah.
you use
Switch to
wolf form though? You
but-
don't get to use the overpowered weapon mastery combos.
Well, yeah, exactly. So,
But this is
because Electricities is well, actually, Nature's is like what Savage Growth, Vine Lash, Briar, Harvest. No,
The
Swarm,
basic
then Harvest,
mechanic
and
is
you
if
have to use
took
that
one
in
power
order.
After another, you get
You
power.
have to use that
In
in order.
order.
It goes. It's Savage Growth, Vine Lash, Briar, Swarm, Harvest, and then your 6 powers, whatever else you want.
So
but
this
you
is-
can't have anything else on your power bar, because if you don't, then you don't get any awesome or quote unquote awesome mechanic.
And Savage
Wait,
Growth
wait,
is
wait, wait,
melee,
you
so you're
said
not going to
Swarm.
be using it in a new tier raid.
Yeah, Swarm's in there too.
So, but if you use
Because it's
Swarm, doesn't
considered
that
a
cancel
dot,
out weapon
'cause it's-
mastery since
all
it's a
of
pet?
No,
All
all
of
of
it
those
does.
powers cancel out weapon mastery.
Just the
Every single
crit.
one of them.
like Dark
I-
Zero
I-
said, it's a way to cookie cutter the damage over time. That's what
Yep.
he just said. I mean, that basically.
There's no room for any other powers
Right.
in your
no
loadout bar
originality
now.
and no skill level gap anymore.
I mean, all you gotta, don't worry, everything will be perfectly fine when the new content comes out
Shut
and
the
the PvP season comes out. No, it will, because see what's gonna happen is PvP won't be messed up no more because everybody will have PvP gear that has 160,000 health.
you know what?
And then, and then every vault will have 12 million.
I'm curious to see how exactly they're gonna fix all the PvP
I just
stuff.
wanna
Because remember,
say-
the work in progress thread had all these promising promises.
Yeah, I
Promising
liked it.
promises.
I was like, oh, this is gonna-
I just
Promising
wanna
promises.
I like that.
And I think SP has company with Puppet under that table with Meps and Spittle.
Yeah, puppeteer,
Hey,
put
I will,
the
mate.
put the
I was
lip balm
saying.
on because I think you're
mean-
going down, buddy.
Going down.
Puppeteer, he's been a DCO fanboy lately, and this is the
no,
only
man.
reason because he can't
No,
afford
because he
the
likes
Final
to troll
Fantasy
me because he's pissed
subscription.
that Final Fantasy actually
Get the
takes
fuck out of here.
skill.
Get a job and you could afford the Final Fantasy subscription.
Okay. What happened was, after I helped you out in the open world and stuff,
Get the fuck out of here.
Super Patriot found out that I was such a good motherfucking Secret Service agent that he invited me to the Snitch Squad.
You
So,
are now part of
me
the
and-
Super Snitch
me-
Squad.
Me
Puppet.
and
No.
Nightbot, we're pretty cool now and stuff, and so the only thing was I had to give a couple developers
wait,
blowjobs,
wait.
but it ain't gay.
Wait, does that mean Nightbot's an actual real person? Is Nightbot Robot Super Patriot from the villain side?
It might be.
Oh God.
I'm going to sum up how the devs don't know what they're talking about. When the community knows more about the game, the development team, because earlier this week they were debating
Well,
their
duh.
advanced mechanic versus weapon mastery. And even that Kaiser 007 was in there, like, I think your data skewed, and he was giving examples like, yeah, it's true for this, but you're not taking into account all the circumstances, which makes one superior to the other. Like,
See,
when
nobody-
the community knows more about the power and can explain it better than the developers, something's wrong.
the problem with the fucking developers, like when they talk about awesome mechanics and weapon mastery and everybody's bitching about it, they're not putting 2 and 2 together that we're talking about them being used together.
Okay, you
They're
gotta
like,
stop
well, the
saying
awesome
awesome mechanic.
mechanic
I don't
was-
want to hear awesome mechanic anymore. It's like this game went back to
Hey.
the '90s. What is this, Bill and
Okay.
Ted? How about we have how about next they add a radical advance or
Are you Rufus?
a radical advantage or
Look.
an excellent counter or something like
Okay.
that? When did
Well,
we start using '90s terms?
All right.
Why is it
Well,
gotta be the awesome
look,
mechanic?
An excellent counter.
The
The
excellent
excellent
mechanic.
counter. Come on.
The excellent, but they don't seem to understand that people are talking about. They're like, oh well, trust me, I did the data. Using weapon master is just as balanced as using the advanced mechanic, awesome mechanic, excellent mechanic, whatever the fuck it is. But we're like, well, guess what? It's not balanced when you use it together. You damn dumbass.
And the devs like
Did you crunch all the numbers?
seriously
You only
are
crushed
so
like
stupid.
the two numbers you thought you could
No,
add
seriously,
together.
now that they've done all this, they should just put commercials out for this shit. Just get the Clear Eyes guy. These mechanics are awesome.
you know,
And
I
just be
read the
done with it.
Oh,
I read
shit.
the forums and I see the stuff some of the people on the council fucking write in the forums, and I'm like, are you fucking
Righteous
serious? Like,
mechanics. I like
this
the chat.
fucking Christina guy, whatever the fuck.
Christiana.
I hope he fucking hears
Yeah.
this, because you suck, buddy.
excellent,
You are
Debbie.
a fucking terrible player. This dude has no idea what he's
Who?
talking about. This fucking Christina guy that's on the council. He's one of
You talking
those
about the
dudes.
fire tank
Well,
one?
they have
That
casual
is
players.
super-
They have casual players on the council. I mean,
What
Yeah,
about?
Flex Roll.
Look, no,
Listen,
no,
dog,
like
like-
he's founded. What about fucking? They're like, oh, all the PvP communities like, we don't want the breakout shit. It takes the skill out of there. They're like, oh, well, we put it by the community council, and they didn't have any objections to it. Well, no shit, they don't have any objections. They suck.
They really do. This dude is probably one of those dudes who is really fucking smart and he could add up a whole bunch of shit, but he has not a fucking lick of common sense. He's one of those people. And, like, he fucking sucks, man, by the things he says. I know he's not a good player. I'm like, oh my god, like, I can't even think of the stuff he said. I was arguing with him about a couple things about the precision buffs and everything and some other things. And, like, he has no actual points. I was like, bro, precision buffs are not the problem. I was like, weapon mastery doing 20,000 damage and 3 fucking hold triangles is the fucking problem. And blah, blah. I was like, no, bro. I was like, what is fucking wrong with you? Why are you so bad?
I don't know.
Like,
a lot of people in the
The
forums
fucking
already
community
gave that
council
answer.
should be consistent of, I know people are fucking douchebags about it, but I believe the community council should be filled with
I don't think
the
they
best
should have
of
a
the best
community
players
council.
that fucking know everything. Like people
Hold
like
on. There's
like
a community
Kaiser and
council.
shit like
Wow.
that.
You're talking like Kaiser 007 and the other people that actually crunch numbers and do shit?
Yeah,
Well,
not you.
Oh,
dude.
no,
I-
not
I
people
don't
that
know
actually,
about
you know,
but
put
people
effort
that
into
play
shit.
the game and put the time into it and are good players. Not, oh, well, we get some casual player feedback. No, casual player feedback is not good feedback. Casual player feedback is, I got beat by this guy in DPS, so this has to get nerfed. That's casual player feedback.
Wait, you
we
didn't
don't
hear
fucking
Crappy?
need casual player feedback. We need people that know what they're talking about.
You didn't hear it? They added someone to the council. They put Giggles on there.
Did they really?
No, he's not on the council. He's in their
You'd be
back pocket.
pissed.
He's in their fucking back pocket.
I think
Closer than the
Giggles is
council.
secretly Jen's.
Probably.
There's no way Giggles is a real person with the stuff that comes out of his mouth. He's a developer.
What about the stuff that goes into his mouth?
I don't know.
It's
Have
still
you
a
been putting
developer.
things in his mouth?
No, but I heard some developers might have been.
The things that he says, and some of the people on the forums say, like, you should just, if I was a moderator, I would ban your fucking account if you said the fucking things that some of these people say. And then they take my post down when I fucking make a good point and get like 30, 40 fucking likes on it. What do the devs do? Bam, take my fucking post
Yeah, but
down.
you're not in their little clique, Crappy. If you're not
I've
in
had
their little
plenty of posts that
Smile
have
found out what
fucking-
happens when you're not in a little clique. You don't get a shout out, even though he gets the second most views of any
My last
DC
my
YouTube
last
channel.
video had 12,000 views. All the rest of them had maybe that combined.
When the guy puts more work into DCUO videos, he can't get a shout out because he's not in their clique. Even though Balkan's been banned.
Isn't it?
I mean, nothing against Balkan, but you rigged the economy, man. You were cheating the actual in-game, glitching the economy, and you get your character banned. You get your account banned, which it should have been a perma ban.
Him, and then they promote
And
him.
then they
No!
give him a shout out.
I think that
Yeah.
is fucked up.
Hey,
That
look,
is fucked
nothing
up,
against
I'm
man.
him,
50-50 on
but
Balkan.
like, how are
Balkan
you
might have
gonna
got banned.
ban somebody and then promote them?
You know
Yeah,
what, yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
What is wrong with
Really?
these people?
Look,
I beat up this guy once because he fucked my sister, but the next day I took him out for a drink. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 50-50 on Balkan. Yes, he cheated the economy, but he beat someone's ass.
Well, a lot of people do that. I mean,
You know
come
what?
on.
Yeah, it's not hard, but I'm
Just
saying.
like-
economy.
That's
because
like making a
DC
video
was
of
too
somebody
stupid
ganking
to
me in
fix
open
that
world.
shit.
I get ganked in open world every day. You don't see everybody.
Well,
I got the
that's
whole
because
Take Notes
certain
League
killers
ganking
of the
me.
community
They didn't
are
make a
afraid to
video
send
about
this
it.
thing called a scrimmage because they suck.
That's just hiding behind open world gankings, you know.
That's what he does.
I love when you're in. All right, here's my thought on whatever the Gotham Under Siege. All right, everybody's in Gotham Under Siege to do PVE content.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whether you're in PvP or PvP,
Doesn't matter. It's
PvE or PvP,
It's irrelevant.
you're in there to do PvE content. And if you're
Exactly.
wearing PvP gear, you're gonna get crushed by the fucking stuff that's in there.
Nah, I wear
know?
PvP gear in there. It doesn't.
Yeah,
hurt
he
me.
wears PvP. I mean,
Yeah, it's not
only
that
because
bad.
of
Yeah,
weapon
like,
mastery.
right,
Without weapon mastery, you couldn't do
The
it.
damage is
Yeah.
where
You couldn't do it without weapon mastery.
All right. I would have to admit that if I'm in Gotham Wastelands or fucking Metropolis Battleground on the PvP side, and I saw some heroes, you're damn right I'm gonna fuck with them.
I guess you're more of a PvP.
Yeah, but would you make videos about it?
I just get my
No, but I mean, I would. What I'm saying is like, why the hell? Like, it's the same reason why when I'm in the looking for group chat, and I'm trying to get like home turf bounties done or mist empowered or something like that, and they're like PvP phase. I'm like, why the hell are you on the PvP phase when we're doing a PvE situation? I never
Right,
understood
that's
that.
That's
Like,
different because that's
Yeah.
like that's normal world, but like Gotham Under Siege is like a totally different environment. That's like you go in there to do PVE.
There's
And
no
if
other
you're one of
reason
those-
to go in there. There's no
But-
other reason to go.
but that's what I'm asking. Like,
No,
why
but-
would you go in there on the PvP phase and not
Because-
be prepared to get hit
All
by
right,
no, I
the
just
opposite
think-
I
faction?
can see what
Look,
you're
no, no,
coming.
no,
Exactly.
listen.
Look, here's what happened. Here's what
That
happened.
happens in other
let me
games,
say
trust
something.
me.
He was in.
Let me say
the
something,
PvE
Puppet.
Side. Look, he was in the PvE side. He couldn't find the Joker. I was like, man, come over here. I was like, I know everywhere he spawns. So he comes to the PvP side. We're going around finding the Joker, right? We see Super Patron. I'm like, hey, look, there's Super Patron. I'm waving.
And
to
he
him.
runs from you.
He flies away.
Yeah, he runs
Okay,
from
we
you.
go back. We're doing shit,
Yeah.
you know, there. We're about to go find him and stuff, and he's over here fucking pulling count off there. And then edits the video to not show him getting his ass whooped by me every time. Then tries to hit me out of the sky or whatever, is getting the shit kicked out of him and takes off running like a little girl. And he's like,
Actually, I
wasn't
have to
gonna
correct you on something.
I wasn't going to
I have to correct you on
count.
something.
What's
One of
that?
those